Good morning. I've got the jug on me. Let's just say that. It's that type of day for day 400. 400 days. 400. 400 days. You know, walk with me. Celebrating 1 year, it's a pretty massive milestone. But these other 35, 40 days are just as important, because it just goes to further show the level of consistency that these vlogs have brought into my little life. Now, as you can see, it's not the most beautiful day in the world. Hell, I'm up pretty early, and now it's starting to rain even harder. But this day, along with every other day before this, is just as important, because it adds to the consistency of these vlogs. And without this one, and without yesterday's, or the day before that, or even tomorrow, they wouldn't really be the daily vlogs. They wouldn't be the Carter Slusher, the Gray Skull TV channel, without consistency. Consistency. I say the word a lot, but what does it mean to be consistent? So I won't lie with you. I did some research on consistency, and it says that there's actually a science behind consistency. From a psychological standpoint, consistency creates an identity. The more that you repeat an action, the more your brain rewires itself to see it as who you are. Since I've vlogged for 400 days straight, it's not really something that I just do. It's kind of a part of my identity now. That's what it's trying to say. You're not trying, or I'm not trying to be a content creator anymore. I've reached that point where I am one. So, and this applies to every aspect of your life: fitness, art, discipline, career, mindset. If you're consistent in anything, it will soon become an integral part of your life. And the more that you do it, the more you're consistent with it, the stronger that part of your life becomes, and the better at it, in turn, you become. But enough jibber jabber. You guys get the point. Consistency is a very important thing to me, because it has gotten me where I am today, especially with the vlogs. But I don't want that to be what the vlog, day 400 is all about, you know. Obviously, it's a landmark. It's a milestone, if you will, to reach 400 days of doing anything. Imagine doing push-ups for 400 days. How big your boobs would be, you know, like things like that. If you apply it to a lot of different things, doing it for 400 days, you'll experience a lot of ups and downs, and that's exactly what we have experienced. Great moments, bad moments, learning moments, failures, accomplishments, you name it. It's been here on the vlogs. But today is a rainy, nasty work day. Not every day is going to be sunshine and rainbows, you know. So, but it further just plays into my point that not every day, these past 400 days, have been the most amazing, perfect day. And that's what I feel like makes them all interesting. Because it's like you never know what you're going to get. Not only in my life, but on the vlogs. But at least now, when I do mess up, or I do have a bad day, I have people there to help me through it. Help me see my faults. Help me see where I'm going in the right direction, the wrong. And kind of fix it, for lack of a better word. So, huge thank you to all you guys. If you do watch and support me, it makes this whole process a lot more enjoyable, a lot more fun than just me yapping about my life to a brick wall, pretty much. So, thank you guys. You guys always make my days even more interesting. So, this day 400 is also because of you. So, thank you. But like I said, we're at work right now, so we're gonna go help my coworker do a setup and get the day started bright and early. We're here at about 7:40, so should get off decently early. But yeah, we got 10 more hours, so 10 and a half more hours. So let's just knock her out. But thank you guys, really do appreciate it. Happy day 400. All right, so I just finished making a little quick intro and kind of putting together what I have of clips so far, and just went over with my coworker, set up that event. Dude, it was hot up in there. They got to get that fixed, but yeah, honestly, it wasn't too bad. It took about 40 minutes. It wasn't easy, but wasn't, horrible. But anyway, he went home, so it's just me for the day. In a rainy, nasty kind of setting that we are in. But it's 9:22, and I just went through some of my comments, and I saw you guys left me some questions. So let's answer some questions. All right, so the first one by Valentino Ferreira. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just going in order as this is, so yeah, there's no particular order. But this question is, what's your advice for high school, and what is something you wish you did differently when you were in high school? How is college life besides classes? Do most people go to college parties, etc.? Would you ever include your parents, brother, or friends in your vlogs? And what pet would you have if you can't have a dog? So, for the high school question, my high school experience was a little bit different than most people. My freshman year, I pretty much was I was a bookworm. I really was. I didn't smoke, I didn't drink, I didn't really do any of that stuff. I was always told stay away from it, so that's exactly what I did. I was very kind of by the book. I wasn't the greatest at school, I won't lie, but I tried, and my freshman year especially, I did pretty good. And then sophomore year, I got accepted into this different kind of STEM school that was brand new. It had just been built, and it was pretty much like a mini college. And it was it wasn't just one county. They were pulling from pretty much 8 different counties locally into this one school, and you could pick your own kind of, I guess, field, or they just called them colleges. And I chose the College of Design because I wanted to go in for advertising. And yeah, they pretty much just taught me a little bit about everything, not just graphic design, but studio design, even some of the stuff I learned now, I'm wow, I wish I paid more attention. But I was really just more concerned with making friends at that point in high school. A new, fresh start. Nobody really knew who I was. TikTok started up, so I became a TikTok dude. Yeah, don't put that against me, but yeah, I was that guy. But I don't know. It was it opened a whole new experience for me, and yeah, I met some close friends and started, exploring, to say the least. I really didn't smoke too much, but my friends did, and being around them made me. And then I started doing it by myself, but we're getting off track. But you can see kind of the timeline of how it happened for me. So if I have any advice for you, if you're still in high school, whatever grade you're in, it sounds very stupid every time someone tells you to just work on your schoolwork. Get stuff done. And I know like that's the last thing you want to hear, but like genuinely, the earlier you get started on really figuring out what you enjoy, what you want to do in life, which is the big question, the $1 million question. But finding things that you enjoy, whether it's hobbies that you would do even if you weren't paid, and just doing it consistently, oh my gosh, until you're in college or out of high school, you will be much more ahead than most people. Because most people, like myself, you explore, you find friends, and I'm not saying you can't have friends and this and that, but put your schoolwork first, and really just focus on being the best person you can be academically, and just in general. So that's my advice for that. Maybe that made sense, maybe that didn't, but yeah. How was college? Kind of plays right into the same thing. My college is a pretty small college or university, especially compared to like some bigger ones, but this one is like a private college, so I really don't know all that entails. I just know that it's more, I guess, selective and this and that. But anyway, so there's like one fraternity and one sorority for the school. That's all. So it is fairly small. I want to say there would probably be like under 10,000 kids for sure. Under 10,000. Maybe like even under 5,000. I don't know. I'm just taking a guess. But yeah, so it's fairly small. And what I'm kind of getting at is that there's not like, I don't know. Since I drive here and I don't live on campus, I can't say a whole lot. But there's not like, I don't really go to parties, but there's not many that I've ever heard of or even seen around here, or would know where they would really, I don't know, like, there really just doesn't seem like there's a crazy party life here at this school. It's fairly straightforward. It's very like sports-based school. A lot of foreign students come for scholarships with like soccer, rugby, lacrosse even. So it's a very, very sport kind of based school. So, but it is enjoyable. I mean, maybe it's just my case, but I almost feel like college is easier than high school. And I don't want to like mislead you, and then you get in college and you're like, dude, Carter lied to me, this sucks. But yeah, I mean, just having like, there's a big difference for when you're in high school and you're kind of just like, you gotta do this. That's how your day goes. No ifs, ands, or buts. College, it's like, if you want to graduate, if you want to have good grades, it's up to you. You got to do this, and this. You do it, you're good. Pretty much, as long as you show up, you give pretty good effort, and you're there and you're listening, you'll do fine. I mean, obviously it depends on what you're taking. If you're going to be a doctor or going for law, it's definitely a lot different. But in my case, pretty much you're showing up, doing your work, you'll be good. Would you ever include your parents, brother, or friends in your vlogs? So, I think Mikey Yank asked about this as well. So, he more asked what do they think or who watches them, but I don't know. There's a few different ways I could answer this, but for the most part, I don't know. I kind of like to keep that personal. Not really that, like, I care about, like, the identities of people like that, but, like, I don't know. I just don't want to, like, force things. You know what I mean? I don't want to force things with the vlogs. Like, when I filmed with Lee the other day, it's just, like, spark of the moment, like, sure, you know? It's not like I plan this out, like, okay, at this time I'm gonna put my brother on film, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, if he's there, who cares, you know? Like, but I'm not just gonna start filming at our house and be like, "What's up, Gray Skull Gang? Here's my mom, here's my dad, you know, blah blah blah." So I hope that kind of makes sense, but I don't know. It's just more of a natural thing. When they appear, pretty much. So yeah. And then kind of more geared towards Mike Yank's question of who watches my vlogs. Pretty much, like, if I'm close with someone, they know that I do the vlogs. And I mean, I share it on my Instagram that I, like, day 300, I shared the beginning. I've shared multiple times, like, clips from my YouTube. Like, it's there. Like, if you really want to know, it's there. But I don't know. I mean, I've gotten to a point where, like, I could be stressed about what all these people think of me and blah blah blah, but it's like, I don't want to just be like a people pleaser when it comes to stuff. Like, this is completely my baby, pretty much. Like, I don't know, I'm not gonna change or force how I am or who I am on camera just because someone's watching. So yeah, but I don't know. At the beginning, it was definitely like, they probably think I'm insane. Honestly, for like the first 100 days, they probably, they thought I was insane for sure. And then they started seeing me get packages and letters and emails and all this and that. And the more I would talk about it and get a check from YouTube, they were like, okay, wow, he's actually, yeah. So, and when I told him how much you guys love riggers, my dad thinks it's cool. He definitely thinks it's interesting. He's probably like, what the hell is my son doing? But yeah, I mean, my grandparents have watched it, like family, cousins, like it's fairly well known at this point. I mean, when you do anything for 400 days, they're kind of bound to figure it out. Did they watch consistently? Probably not. But do I blame them? No, not at all. Why, you know, and that's the thing with these vlogs is, like, I've said it many times, I've never really, my goal wasn't fame. You know, I wasn't looking for a mass amount of subscribers or viewers or this and that, because I understand not a whole lot of people just want to watch a random a dude from Kentucky live out his life and try and be better. But there are people like you who care and make this whole process a lot more enjoyable. So even though I came into it, you know, not, like I said, really wanting views or subscribers, having tight-knit community that I have built is much more ideal for me, so that I don't have to, like I said, kind of change myself to conform to what people want me to be. I could just be me, and the people that like me stick around, you know. And I think that's worked decently well so far, but I don't know. I hope that kind of makes sense. I know I went off in a few different directions, but yeah, there's my answer. What pet would you have if you couldn't have a dog? Many ways I could answer this one. I mean, if I'm being basic, I could just say cat, but as a kid, what I really wanted, I mean, I begged my parents for 3 years straight, was a bearded dragon. I wanted a bearded dragon so bad. I had a fish tank with bunch of different crazy fish. I even had an eel at one point. I had a hamster when I was in 5th grade. Corey, God rest your soul, bro. But yeah, gotta love when your iPhone storage is full and we're not even halfway done with the vlog. So I did have 109 videos I did have to delete. That is another part of the vlogs that has definitely changed my life a little, is just dealing with the editing and the phone storage stuff. And it's not a horrible thing, but it's just, wow, cool, awesome. Today is the perfect day for my storage to be messing up. Since that last clip, it's probably been about 20 minutes. I had to export what I did have, edited up, just in case I did lose it, because CapCut, like I said, it just like, it starts off at like 10 gigs, a couple weeks go by, it's at like 80, so yeah, not cool. But yes, Bearded Dragon. I think I ended that question, but yes, Bearded Dragon. Wow, yeah. But okay, let's see. Next question is, was there a particular moment that sparked your desire to change your life, or was it a gradual realization? I really can't pinpoint like an exact moment. There was a few moments. I remember pretty much when I would smoke just every day, just like, I wasn't even smoking to get high, you know, I was just smoking to like void emotion and sink deeper. And I think when I started really realizing like how much it was affecting my life, like there was like this productive side of me, and then there was just this like side that would just self-deprecate everything, or like just ruin all that I had worked for in the day. And I think it was more of a gradual realization. It wasn't just like an instant. But yeah, I started realizing like I really do have potential, and if I took full advantage, I could really be something great. So I don't really think there was a specific moment. There's many moments, like I said, but I think it was definitely more of a gradual realization that I just need to, like, time's running out and I need to take things serious. So, good question. Next, can you find meaning in everyday moments, or do you need extraordinary experiences to feel alive? Personally, that's a great question, by the way. Personally, at least what I think you're referring to is, I don't know, at least for me, I feel like throughout the day, especially here, I'll just have my earbuds in and I'll just be walking, and those are the moments that life really hits me. Not just when I have my earbuds in, but just, it's like small moments that are just so random, but just like kind of bring me to that present moment of like, wow, I'm really here. I'm in college. I'm working like no other. I'm just I'm proud of myself, and I like to admire the beauty of the world around me. So I'd say it's more random small moments, like when I listen to music in the car with the windows down, or I talk with someone and actually enjoy a conversation, or just, I don't know, lay with Riggers on the floor and watch basketball, and just, I don't know. It's random things that really bring out like that ability to feel alive, like you said. So I don't know. I feel like I think most people experience it like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really one that chases like you're saying, extraordinary experience just to like kind of keep me going or feel extra alive. But I think like a trip, like a hike, something like that, like going on a little road trip, I don't know if that's classified as extraordinary, but something like that, just getting away, is definitely very memorable and does make me feel more present and alive. But yeah, so I guess just being by myself sometimes. Like obviously I'm by myself right now, that I know of. Someone's hiding in the walls, but yeah, like I don't know. I just feel like when I realize like, wow, I'm growing up, I'm becoming an adult, you know, like this is life, you know, this is life. So deep questions. Wow, this is what I want. Is what was ideal. Or I just didn't really like that you could literally see like my nipple through my shirt. Not cool. Let's not do that. Don't rewind. No. But I don't know, it just didn't look great. But third question. Do you believe we are the sum of our choices, or do external factors play a larger role in shaping us? Isn't that the question? Isn't that the $1 million question? Or, well, actually, no, we already had $1 million question earlier. Anyway, personally, I feel as if it's a bit of a mix. I definitely believe in cause and effect. You know, you do your work, you'll probably get a good grade. You run, you'll build your cardio. You know what I mean? Like, you do something, you get something in return. But I also feel like there's kind of like a timeline that is created for every action, or it's like a pin on your timeline. And I don't know what it is, if it's the universe, if it's a God, or what it is. And I'm not one to say. I'm just a human, a dude from Kentucky. I couldn't tell you if there's a God, or if this universe is divinely inspired, or if it's aliens, or what the hell it is. But I really do sometimes feel like life, it almost feels scripted sometimes, truly. Like, life will go in such a strange direction. Not even a strange direction, but like, it will just lead you on a path that feels pre-made for you. And when you go off the path, it like creates an entirely new one. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like there's definitely paths set out for us, and the actions that you do on a day-to-day, or cause and effect, determine which path that you end up on. So I think that was a good way to explain that. Not sure. Last question. We found one more. Have I ever had to deal with a bully? And if so, how? How did I get rid of said bully? Let me take you back. The year. I can't really remember, actually. Middle school. 6th grade. Little Carter. Little Carter. God. So, 6th grade, my mom told me to part my hair like this. Like, right here is the split. Parting over. And I got my eyes tested, and I didn't have great vision, so I got glasses. So I was a kid with a side part and glasses and buck teeth. Probably the same. That was the most awkward way to possibly smile. Same size teeth, but probably like 6th grade. I was a strange looking child, and I think I blame my mom for making me have that haircut or hairstyle. But yeah, anyway. I also was low-key a hardcore nerd. Nothing wrong with being a nerd or nerdy, but I just was. I liked Pokemon a lot. Pokemon was my life back then. I played the games, I watched the show, I used to collect the cards. I was a Pokemon, as they say, master. So, I, being in 6th grade, you know, I thought, screw it, I didn't think anything about it, man. I enjoyed it. I lived for Pokemon. I had a Pokeball backpack. A Pokeball backpack. I wore a Pikachu watch. My Instagram page, I decided for some reason, I was the Golden Pikachu. That was my Instagram name. Don't worry, it's gone. It's erased from the planet. Thank God. And I was a clever. I was, yeah. On social media, on Instagram, I would go on the explore page, and obviously, since I like Pokemon, I got a lot of Pokemon content. So I would just sit there and I would screenshot, crop it, upload it. I probably had thousands of posts of just random It was like a Pinterest board of my pins, but it was just posts on Instagram of random Pokemon stuff. Random. There was always this one dude who would like it. Shout out him. But yeah. So I was just kind of building the narrative that bit of a nerd. So I didn't think anything about it. And then there was one fateful day. I'm heading out to the bus, per usual. Glasses on. Yeah. And this kid in my grade level, he saw my Pokemon backpack, and he was like, he came up to me and said, "You like Pokemon?" I was like, finally, someone likes fucking Pokemon. Yes, I like Pokemon. No, I love Pokemon. I love Pokemon. You know what he told me straight to my face? He said, "That is gay." Gay. I said, "What? Gay? Like homosexual? Gay?" And that whole bus ride, I could not stop thinking, does Pokemon make me like men? No, it doesn't. That's just what middle school boys say. So, that was probably my first experience with a bully. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have gone into that much depth, but I feel like it had to be said for the record. That was like my first kind of, wow, I can't like Pokemon forever, or I can, but I don't really want to be made fun of like that. But yeah, I mean, I really wasn't bullied too much. I was a jokester. I was the jester. I had a meme page after that, and they started treating me nicer because I had funny videos. So I served my purpose. I made them laugh, but I kept them entertained. But now, if you are dealing with a bully, I mean, I'm not really the person to come to, but I say you should RKO him. You should hit him with an uppercut and a left jab. I say you should pick him up and pile drive him through the ground. Now, but sounds like, I don't know, the only advice I've ever gotten about bullies was always from the anti-bullying posters, and it's just go tell an adult. But does that always work? Not always, but it's a good starting spot. So I don't know. I guess just be yourself. If it gets bad, talk to an adult. But at the end of the day, don't stop being you just because someone else doesn't like what you're doing. And I know that kind of goes pretty much exactly against what I was stating earlier. But deep down, I didn't stop liking Pokemon. I still like Pokemon, not nearly as much as I did. But it helped me kind of realize and grow up a little in some ways. And I'm not saying you need to grow up. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Just be you, but don't be afraid to improve. That was probably the worst bullying advice or worst way I could ever answer this question, but hey, you asked and my scatterbrain delivered. So that was the last question, so I kind of had to make it a little, special, anticlimactic type stuff. But yeah. 5-0. 5 p.m. Oh wait, would this actually stay? Oh, it's so gonna crack my screen if it drops. Okay, yeah, 5:05 right now. All but one building or dorm is complete. It's hot. Like, not even really outside. Outside it feels pretty good. These dorms, oh my god, they're humid. And yeah, you can kind of tell by my hair. It's a little crazy, but it's, yeah, I'm sweating, dude. And Camilo didn't work yesterday or today. He was supposed to work yesterday, but he bailed because I guess he was sick. And then I saw him walking around. So I think that was the final straw for my workplace. So unfortunately, I think Camilo is cut out of here. So I won't have a partner. So I kind of got to get used to this again. But yeah, it was nice there for a couple weekends, I guess. 2 or 3 weekends, but that's typically how it goes. But yeah, so one more building. We got about an hour and 5 minutes, I think. It's a little bit over an hour. We got that last building, and we have 4 swipes at the food lab, so we can get 4 things of food. And I might just eat over there. They have like these God, I don't know, Asian sesame bowls with like chicken, rice, broccoli, edamame, whatever it is, and all that fun stuff in a bowl. And I might just eat one there and then get the rest to go and just eat it either at the house or like just put it in the fridge, because I don't want to waste those swipes. It's like, might as well just keep some for later. So yeah, so we're gonna do that. But it has been, I honestly spent most of the day chilling, and then now towards the end, like around the 3.5 hour mark, I was like, okay, let's get up and just grind everything out. And that is what I've been doing. Taking a few food breaks, but for the most part, just grind it out. I also did see I had a few more questions on my YouTube comments, so we'll answer those in due time, I guess. I don't know, or shortly. But yeah, like I said, we just got this last dorm to finish and then get some food in us, and we'll probably be up and out of here at about 6 o'clock or like 6:10, which is not bad. This is the time I'd like to come in, maybe a little earlier for sure, but, or earlier is always better, but I don't know. It's definitely not bad getting out at 6 p.m. opposed to like 9 or 10, so I'll take that. But I guess, I don't know, I just wanted to give you guys a little update on how the day has been going. An interesting day 400, to say the least, so yeah, let's wrap this up and then let's head to the house. Thank you for watching. 6:20. I got 4 things of the Asian sesame bowl, and I ate one there, but I know I looked insane carrying that many out. Some people saw me and they were just like staring at me. Like, what in the world is this guy doing? But yeah, about to head home. We have 3 of those. I'm really trying not to spill them on the way home. That would just be a disaster. So we're gonna have to drive careful to make sure we avoid doing that. But yeah, pretty much just gonna head to the house and kind of figure out exactly what to do. I know, like I said, I'm gonna answer the rest of those questions, but also need to do some homework for my death and dying class. So keep you guys updated. Let's go home. It is day 400 and I just got a tornado warning. There's sirens are going off. Hey, if I die, at least it's day 400. So, you know, I'm playing Fortnite too. So if I die, I'll be playing Fortnite on day 400. That's the way I want to go out. So, yeah, I guess if you never see this video, love you all. You guys are the best. And wish you the best. Guys, Rigger's very scared of storms. She might be the toughest dog ever when it comes to playing with toys, but as soon as there's a storm, not like it. It's okay, little Reeks. It is okay. You're good, dude. Makes you look pretty cool. Pretty cool, Rieger. See, in the life of Rieger, what does she do? I tried giving her some food. She's too stressed to eat. She said, I don't know what to do. What is going on? What should we do? Should we go for our trash? 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 Whoa! Not cool. Alright, let's go answer these questions. I guess Riggs is too stressed to eat, but... Whoa, 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 whoa! What is this dog doing? You wanna go outside? You wanna go outside? Oh, she heard it now. She said, actually, let's do a rain check on that. Let's go get Dad. Let's go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. It's 9:15. Still storming pretty good. Riegers is retreating to the basement. But we have some questions to answer. Some storm questions. That might be my last questions. Who knows? Also, look, I was sent this thing. This is the G-spot, boys. Found it. Finally found it. But no, isn't that thing insane looking? Like, it looks like something that, like... I don't know, it came with a necklace part, but I almost just like it, like, normally. Like, that thing is insane. I feel like I can see every possibility of my life through this thing. So let me know if you sent me this. Whoa, whoa. Just dropped you, baby. It's alright. Take care of you. Let's put you up there for now. But yeah, so stormy, nasty, lightning, tornado warnings, all sorts of fun stuff to end off day 400. I mean, couldn't go without going out on a bang. So let's go ahead and let's watch my last vlog so that we can read these comments.
Good morning, Graceful Gang.
I hope you heard that, because that's insane. I sound like that. Okay. Okay. So, chicken feet, 88. I'll just read out the comment. Congratulations on day 400, Carter. What an amazing accomplishment. Thank you, old chicken feet. Here's something I've wondered. You've been open about your experience with psychedelics. I must admit, I've had a very similar history, even from the business standpoint. That's good. Somebody understands me. So that said, it's been a while. I still find myself very drawn to the sensory experiences with sounds and colors. My question for you, if you choose to answer, do you feel psychedelics have changed who you are in any way? And if so, in what ways? And what kind of an influence do you think it has had on the trajectory of your life? It's a deep and philosophical question, to be sure. You don't have to answer if it's too personal. Thank you for 400 days of entertaining, enjoyable, and insightful vlogs. Here's to many more. Thank you for all the compliments, and I'm more than okay with answering that. I don't know how much justice I can really do it right now. Whoa, sounds insane. But yeah, I mean, I've been pretty open about it. When I drop those little tidbits of Carter lore, mainly on the live streams, I've mentioned my past and my experimentation, as you kind of put it, with or experience and experimentation, yeah, with psychedelics, both acid, LSD, and mushrooms. More acid than mushrooms, I will not lie. A lot more acid than mushrooms. To where at one point I was even selling said acid. I was the acid kid. Anyway. Yeah, if you've never taken a psychedelic, which is probably for the best, but it's something that sounds very scary. Even the name, like, acid, like, that's like, fuck no, I don't want to put acid in my body. But it's not how the name would really suggest. It's actually, I mean, it's intense, don't get me wrong, but it is almost like quite the opposite. Like Chicken Feed is kind of mentioning, you gain so much insight, not even to yourself, but the world around you, the delicate fabric of everything, and the systems working around you 24/7, and nature, and your life. It's trippy stuff, man. No, but yeah, I mean, I've tripped on acid, I want to say 50, 60 plus times, from varying doses too. In total, how many tabs I've taken of acid? In total, 100 plus, guaranteed. Mushrooms, not really as much. I always would do like microdoses, so just super small bits and pieces. But I mean, there was times where I would take a fair amount, but for the most part, acid was kind of my go-to. Very intense psychedelic, and it's not like, if you've never taken it, it's not how they kind of show you, I guess, not in the media, but like in movies and things like that. Like, it's not like dragons are popping out of the walls and you're seeing all this and that, at least not off the amounts I would take. It's just like the world around you is like alive. And I know that sounds so strange, but it's like walls kind of, the patterns and walls start to kind of move and breathe. I know that sounds extremely unsettling, which at points it can be, but if you turn on music and you have lights going and you stare at a roof like this, I mean, it will look like waves. It's hard not to sit here and want to talk about this for hours, but I will refrain from doing so because I know a lot of people don't want to hear me just sit and reminisce about days like that. But as far as insightfulness and things I've learned off of it, yes, I feel like that inner voice in your head, everybody's got one. On psychedelics, you're really able to kind of go deeper into the thoughts and thinking patterns of that inner voice. You're able to kind of think about where you are in the trajectory of your life, the things that you want to do, what things are hurting you, what things motivate you. It really just kind of allows you to, like, you're still in your body sometimes, but it feels like you just kind of like take a step back and you're able to like view and think about everything in your life. And like they say, there's studies where psychedelics help to end people's alcoholism or like addiction habits, because it really helps you, like, say like you're tripping balls and then you get that itch, like, oh, I want to go get a beer or whatever, and you do that, your train of thought, at least I feel like it would be like, you're like, why am I doing this, this doesn't even taste good, blah blah blah, why, I don't know, just thinking a lot deeper on things. Maybe I sound completely insane right now, which I probably do, but yeah, pretty much it has definitely impacted how I think and how I act, and the music I like, for sure, and overall just kind of my creativity, for sure. I mean, I don't know, definitely helps being an art student and have taken that stuff, I won't lie. Able to kind of like these more abstract methods or topics that we kind of go into. Like, I'm able to kind of look back and see the bigger picture of things, both literally and metaphorically. So yeah, but let's see if if I'm able. Big storms coming your way. Watch your phone for the latest updates. Could be rough. Yeah, it is. Let's see. Did Connor say anything? Alright, he did leave us some questions. 1. Did you ever expect that this YouTube channel would ever be where it is at today? Did you anticipate forming a little community through this channel? Kind of touched upon this earlier with like my intentions. I went in and started the vlogs because I wanted to. I wanted to be able to look back and see my life and stay consistent at something, and yeah, be able to kind of look back and just see my day-to-day, the things that you kind of forget, little memories, and less of like the big kind of pictures type stuff, and just see the day-to-day and be able to go back and see that. So I did not expect people, really, especially the type or the closeness of this community that I have built is definitely not what I expected. I didn't really think that, there was going to be many people that would tune in, and let alone I felt like it was either going to be quantity, or there's either going to be a bunch of people, but they would like be kind of like nothing like me, or there would be like nobody and it would be a lot like me. But instead, I've kind of gotten right here in the middle of this sweet spot where like everybody on here, for the most part, is just kind of like me. Or if not like me, I don't know. I feel like everybody might just have a different opinion on why they watch this, but definitely did not expect it to be where it is today. I am horrible at answering these questions. I'm sorry, guys. Number 2, where do you see yourself in 10 years' time? Kind of a basic question. I'm sure we'd all be interested to hear the answer. Connor, I have no idea. I have little spurts, like, oh yeah, sure, I'd love to, live off my own land and be financially secure and have this job and this experience and this and that. But pretty much, I just want to be able to be comfortable, live a happy life, a good life, and be passionate about something, create things, not even really for a legacy, but just to leave behind just a little spark on the world, leave it better than I found it type of deal. So I don't know. I think it's hard to say, because even in the past year or two, the amount of things and the trajectory of my life has completely altered and changed. But I don't know. I really don't know. But I can probably say there is a good chance that you will be able to witness me in 10 years' time on the vlogs. How will that be? I'll be 30. Still vlogging. Vlogging on my iPhone 69, Like, I don't even know how that's going to work. It's going to be interesting times in 10 years. I mean, think about it. Like, from this day 400, what will day even 800 or day 1000 be like? Like, technologically, the things that will happen, the insane events, will we even still be here? Who knows, man? But, yeah, I don't know, Connor. But all I can do is hope for a good life, and one that I've built by myself and that I'm proud of. So, hope that answered or wasn't a cop-out. Next one. You've talked about this before. I also can't remember the answer, though. How long do you plan on vlogging? I can't imagine you'd be doing this when you're settled down in your 40s and 50s. What if I did, though? What if this wasn't just like a little thing I did in my 20s and teens? What if I was able to have pretty much my whole life on recording? That just sounds like a social experiment or a science experiment. But not even that, but like just the vast amount of things already that I've been able to experience with you guys it puts a new perspective on life and experiencing things in general, and just trying and being more motivated to do things. There's so many different things I never realized. So I know it sounds absurd that I would still be doing that, but I also think it would just be cool to be able to look back when I am 40, 50, or whenever, and just be able to kind of look back, see my life, how it progressed. And yeah, I think it's a trippy and really cool thing to be able to go back to any day for the past 400 days and see pretty much how my day went, and the little things too. So I think that's awesome. Griffin Hart with a great question. If you had to live in any game you've played recently, what game would you choose? Dragon's Age, maybe. Just because I love fantasy worlds, and that will be a pretty cool world to live in. So yeah, either Dragon's World or Dragon's Age. Gosh, that is a good question. Maybe Destiny. Maybe the game series Destiny would be a really cool game to live in. I wouldn't mind that. It'd be a little scary at times, but I feel like it would be cool. That's a good question. I don't know, but probably more of a fantasy geared game. But yeah, so I think that is all the questions that we've gotten thus far. So thank you guys for leaving those. That did definitely help make this more interesting. I know I kind of suck at answering questions because I kind of just improving it for the most part, but I'm just trying to answer honestly without taking up a whole lot of time, and not even just time, but like answer it as in depth as I can and accurately as I can. It's kind of hard, like when you get asked a random thing and it's like a really deep question, you really gotta like think while talking. At least for my little brain it is. But anyway, today, let's see. Work, check mark. Chores, no, but probably should have. Deep work block, no. I didn't rate yesterday either. Wow. Okay, I'm sucking at this. Good and bad. Okay, good and bad. Good part of today was just, it was pretty chill, and we stayed hydrated. We actually brought the jug to work, so that was a good choice. So chill, hydrated. Bad, played Fortnite. It wasn't even like necessarily bad, but I just kind of lost track of time on there, so that sucked. But the tornado snapped me out of it. But regardless, out of 10. I know it's not a great one to put for day 400, but a 7 out of 10. But it's a new week, so we'll just start off with a bang. Also, just so you know, this is not the same, it's the same type of shirt. Yesterday I'm looking at the vlog and I noticed I'm wearing the same thing. I have 2 shirts of this. Trust me, I'm not gonna wear the same shirt on 2 days in a row, especially for a special. Should have noticed that, but well, now you know. If you watch this far, yeah, sure. There you go. 1 line a day. Let's see. March 30th, 2025. Tornado. Rigger's still going crazy. Tornado / Fortnite. Just sound, that's such an insane thing to say next to each other. For work, day 400. What? That will do. Cool. Book of quotations. Hey Siri, turn off my light, babe. Babe, hey Siri, turn off my light, please. I love you.
1 moment.
Okay, fine, babe. Thank you. See? She's a doll. Hey Siri, pick a random letter for me.
How about I?
It's actually glitched. You said I, though. An eye for an eye. Oh, yeah, there's quite a few. Ideas, idleness, ignorance, illusion, imagination. We'll do imagination. What is it? 232. 232. 232. Oh, we've actually done some of these. Alright. Next one is by Alfred North Whitehead. Are any of these names, like, remotely normal? Hey Siri, who is Alfred North Whitehead?
Alfred North Whitehead was an English mathematician and philosopher. He
And the
created
leader of the
philosophical school
KKK.
known as process philosophy, which has been
Well, his
applied
name
in a
sounds
wide
like
variety
Whitehead.
of disciplines, including ecology, theology, education, physics, biology, economics, and psychology. That was from Wikipedia. Let me know if you'd like to hear more.
No, thank you. Cool. Well, old Alfred said, fools act on imagination without knowledge. Pedants, not peasants, pedants act on knowledge without imagination. Okay. Next one is by Anon. I'm guessing anonymous, maybe? It said, from ghoulies and ghosties and long-legged wow. English, dude. English. Talk. Stuttering, dyslexia. Don't know what it is, but I just can never seem to read on camera. I mean, this is a tongue twister. From ghoulies and ghosties and long-leggedy beasties and things that go bump in the night, good Lord, deliver us. Sure, dude. Next one is by Fyodor Dostoevsky. What? It just sounds like a name from Skyrim. Like, oh, that's the game I would want to live in. Skyrim. Fyodor Dostoevsky. They said, I admit that twice 2 makes 4 is an excellent thing. Hold on, I gotta reread the beginning of this. Does this just, like, not make any sense, or is it just me? I admit that twice 2 makes 4 is an excellent thing, but if we are to give everything its due, twice 2 makes 5 is sometimes a very charming thing too. What does that mean? That quote was just about as confusing as that guy's name. That was maybe the worst 3 quotes possible. No, I can't even say that. There have been some bad ones, but what? I mean, I'm literally reading it like I'm trying my best to articulate this stuff. These quotes are baffling. Maybe just old school for me, I don't know, but my brain, literally. So, what a day, guys. What a day 400 it has been. Not as climactic or cinematic or as beautiful, you could argue, as the others, but nonetheless, it's another day of consistency. We're bringing it back straight to the beginning. Consistency. What does it mean? I don't know. I mean, I do kind of know, but I don't know. But it's helped us get to here, and a lot of you guys have said that whenever I kind of start an endeavor or do something in my life, that you compare it to the consistency of the vlogs. You're like, if you can vlog for so many days, sick, all that stuff, then you can pretty much do anything consistently. And that's very true. You just gotta want it and not care about what happens. And that's exactly what I did with the vlogs at the beginning. I didn't care about the outcome. I didn't care about the subscribers or the views. I wanted to do it for myself because I wanted to be able to look back, see memories, and just overall kind of have life stored away and be able to go back and look at it. And that's what has kept me going through the tough times where you think, should I keep doing this? But past a point, it just becomes routine. It becomes muscle memory. And that's exactly kind of what this day marks. It's muscle memory of the vlogs. It's integrated in my life, like I said earlier. It is a part of my life. I am the vlogger now. Like when we were playing Fortnite, even Lee was like, Carter, you got to go upload your day 400 vlog. It's just, you'll have that. So it's just a part of me now. But I'm very glad I have people who actually care and who I can share it with. And that means the world to me. And I truly mean that. It makes this whole process a lot more enjoyable for me. And it's like a symbiotic relationship we've got. I provide you with, hopefully, some interesting content, some thought-provoking dialogue choices and lifestyle choices. And you keep me going. You make me want to continue these. And I appreciate this relationship. So, shall we continue it tomorrow? Shall we just grind this week and make the most of it? Get it for all it's worth. April is Tuesday, April 1st. So I was just thinking, ooh, maybe I could play a little April Fool's prank on you guys, but I don't know. What if I just didn't upload a vlog and you guys are like, what's going on? I don't know. I might think of something. Who knows? Probably not, knowing me, but who knows? But alright, have a great night, guys. Thank you for watching this far. To another 400,000 days. Let's do it. Set Blue 56. Watch them. Say, oi! I can't end a vlog like that. Not a 400 day. We need to end it with a deuces. Ready?